And happening now at 5 o'clock, Albuquerque police are investigating a hit and run, as we are told, are involving several pedestrians. This happened at First and Iron in southwest Albuquerque near downtown about 3 o'clock this morning. A full violent crimes call out has just been issued for this. We have a crew at the scene. We're bringing more information, but you want to avoid this area this morning. As you can see, it is blocked off. This is First and Iron near downtown.
And overnight, Albuquerque firefighters attack an apartment fire just before midnight. It happened in the 13,000 block of Fruit northeast. That's off of Lomas, west of Tramway. There was a lot of smoke coming from the two-story structure when crews got there. Now, the first fire engine out there requested additional units. A total of 16 fire units responded. AFD managed to contain the fire to one unit. No injuries were reported, and right now the origin and cause of the fire is not known, but we'll keep you posted. Another deadly police-involved shooting in New Mexico from over the weekend. In this case, it was an Espanola police officer who shot and killed a 16-year-old.
Yeah, it all started when police got a call about a suspicious person. This was about 10 o'clock yesterday morning. Two Espanola police officers went out to an area near Riverside Drive and Corlett Road where they encountered Victor Villalpando. Police say he was armed and pointed a weapon at officers, so one officer fired his gun and hit Villalpando. He was rushed to the hospital and died. State police are now in charge of the investigation. Well, wild weather kept a whole lot of people here in New Mexico on their toes and shook up this weekend. First with funnel clouds, then tornadoes touching down, and in some cases, it was way too close for comfort. Elizabeth Alvarez has some of the video of the homes that got destroyed. Liz, this is just devastating to say the least.
Yeah, devastating. It was so scary. We've got no official confirmation now from the National Weather Service just yet that the damage that you were about to see was caused from a tornado. But check it out for yourself. Sky News 13 got the video of the damage about 40 minutes east of Carrizozo in Lincoln County. A mass of rubble where a house once stood. The home looks as though it was torn from its foundation and thrown aside. Another view of that same house shows a shed and deck virtually untouched. The storm leveled two homes. Other homes just a few acres away were not even touched. The National Weather Service confirmed the storm also damaged about 5 other homes. Our video shows the storm snapped a tree from its trunk and tore off limbs from this one. Sky News video also captured utility crews out working to repair lines. So far, we have had no word of any injuries. That's the only good part of this story.
There, you got that right. As the clouds darkened and started to swirl, people caught them on camera and took the storm straight to YouTube and social media. Take a look. These are tornado sirens howling in Clovis. This video sent to us from Justin Meyer. There were reports of high winds damaging both a farmhouse and a business in the area. And here's video from Cannon Air Force Base, also in Clovis, where you can see what looks like a tornado or a funnel cloud trying to take shape. Now, this map shows where all 7 confirmed tornadoes touched down in the state since Friday. There are reports of even more than 7. Stephen Jensen, a worker at Russell's Travel Center on Interstate 40 near the Texas state line, sent us video of this twister. He says people were scared, but thank goodness no one got hurt. But being a little afraid certainly didn't keep them from trying to get a good shot of the storm.
Oh my gosh, that's a big, big.
It's going back up now.
It is, it's done.
Oh, it's done?
No,
Well, not done,
not done.
but it's done.
And for the 3rd time in 3 days, Raton got pummeled with another hailstorm yesterday. Drivers on I-25 near Wagon Mound left the highway, and a lot of them tried to get under that overpass to protect their cars during the hailstorm. Roswell also got hit hard yesterday, and Saturday, Pecos took the brunt of a nasty hailstorm. As you can see in this video that Russell Edwards sent us. And here in Albuquerque, high winds caused a tent to come crashing down at a wedding party Saturday night. That sent 2 people to the hospital. 6 others were hurt but are okay. This is at the Sandia Resort and Casino. Sky News 13 caught video of rescue crews there after the 40 by 80 foot tent, pretty big, fell about 7 o'clock Saturday night. Then on Sunday, the casino issued a statement saying, and I quote, "The Pueblo of Sandia and Sandia Resort and Casino take great measures to ensure the safety of all guests while on Pueblo property. We are deeply concerned for those who were injured." Now, whenever there is severe weather, make sure you keep it right here on News 13. Our team of meteorologists will have updates on air and anytime online at krqe.com. Listen.
A story of survival to start your week off. A wrong turn turned into 2 days lost in the desert. The man was alone and without water. His family feared the worst. Then, by some miracle, the man was found barely alive. Myra Herrera says her husband Raymond went out four-wheeling in his Jeep on Wednesday. She says as the night went on, he never came home, and she had feared the worst, really. She had not heard from him. He had gotten stuck big time and began walking, thinking he was close to home. Herrera says her husband walked around all day on Thursday, which would have been the next day, with no food, no water, and no cell service. He became dehydrated and was hallucinating. Then on Friday, two hikers managed to just randomly stumble across his near lifeless body. His Jeep was recovered the very next day.
It wasn't until I actually drove out yesterday to the area where they found his Jeep that it really hit reality on how bad the situation can happen.
Raymond Herrera is still in the hospital after this ordeal. The family wants to remind everyone, if you go out onto the mesa, be sure to take plenty of water and food. And a dramatic rescue in the Sandias on Saturday. A 15-year-old developmentally delayed boy slipped 200 feet down on the Los Luz Trail. APD open space officers and county firefighters had to climb to him. They strapped ropes and harnesses around the teen to lower him to safety. Luckily, he only suffered scrapes and minor injuries. A disabled veteran loses his home, his cars, and all of his possessions, and his cat in a house fire. And if that is not bad enough, he now has to move all of the rubble himself.
And that's where I had all my awards and medals and everything.
Fred Molina served 20 years in the Army, but now all of his service mementos and everything else he owns are gone. Tuesday afternoon, Molina and his daughter were cooking dinner when the electricity went out.
We were waiting for it to come back on, and I forgot the stove was on, so we left and went to the store.
When Molina and his daughter returned, his house was in flames. He says he didn't have insurance because he couldn't afford it, and now he has to clean up and remove his charred house from the lot that he rents.